You check your bank account again, same number, maybe less than yesterday. You do the math in your head. If you're careful, if nothing goes wrong, you might make it to the end of the month. But something always goes wrong. Gas goes up, rent hits early, a random expense shows up like it always does, and suddenly you're back at zero again. You tell yourself you'll figure it out. You always do. That's what you say. But deep down, you're tired of figuring it out. You wake up early, so you work, you come home drained, scroll a little, rest a little, escape a little, because you deserve it, right? Days blur together, weeks disappear, and nothing really changes. Not because you're lazy, but because you're stuck in a loop that feels normal, safe, predictable, and that's the problem. Not you, the comfort, the routine, the quiet voice that says, just get through today. So you do. And tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And one day you realize you've been busy surviving, but never actually moving. And that's where the frustration hits. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet thought. I should be further than this. But here's the truth. Wealth doesn't start with money. It starts with who you are when no one is watching. It starts in the moments you usually give away. The hour you scroll. The task you delay. The promise you make to yourself and break the same day. Because every time you do that, you're not losing time. You're losing trust in yourself. And without that, no strategy will save you. No opportunity will stick. Because wealth isn't built on luck. It's built on identity. The kind of person who does things even when it's boring, even when it's slow, even when there's no reward yet. And this is where everything changes. Discipline isn't punishment, it's proof. Proof that you're in control. Proof that you don't wait for the perfect moment. Proof that you move even when nothing around you changes. That's power. Not flashy, not loud, but real. Because when you control your actions, you stop being controlled by your situation, and slowly, very slowly, your life starts to shift. Not overnight, not all at once, but enough to notice, enough to feel different. And that's where most people stop, because it's easier to stay the same, easier to go back, easier to wait for someday. But you already know where that leads. So now the question isn't how to build wealth from zero. The question is, are you willing to become someone who no longer lives at zero?